Hi friends, welcome to the channel of Technical S Kumar. So today we have very special guest. He is not only today's guest, he is my mentor also. Like few keywords about him, like he is one of the coolest person and okay, down to earth. He's open-minded, he's helpful, or but he can tell he's very talented and successful also. So. Uh, so please welcome Mr. Gaurav. He's a super successful digital marketer, and if Gaurav, welcome to this session. And if you can
Thank you.
briefly, if you can briefly introduce yourself and what all challenges you have faced during this journey and how you have overcome, then it will be great help to the audience.
Awesome. Super, boss. Actually, first of all, thank you for having me over here and saying nice things about me. Really appreciate it. And thanks
Yeah,
for being part of our community.
yeah,
It
yeah,
means much. And, especially in times like this, people need to have the opportunity to work from home and, do so many things on the internet. So really happy to be here. My journey started about 15 years ago.
cool.
So I started, yeah. I started my digital marketing journey about 15 years ago as a freelancer, and I was working from like my dad's house, sending proposals on the internet, and that kind of started working, and that was a starting point. Actually using the internet to start making money doing freelancing for international customers on platforms like Upwork and Elance and things like that.
Okay, so Gaurav, can you share some of your challenges, what all you have faced during your journey and how you have overcome them?
So challenges, I think challenges are always ongoing. There's always
Yeah,
some
yeah.
or the other, always some or the other new challenge. There cannot be like a single time there's not a challenge. So some of the big obstacles, some of the big, I think the biggest one is getting started. I think that's like the biggest obstacle for people. Just actually saying that yes, I'm going to do it and start doing it. That's like number one. Other than that, I think being from India is not necessarily an advantage if you're pitching for international business. So that is an obstacle, but then of course they always work around it. Uh, Other than that, in our industry, so many things change. One day there's Google, one day there's YouTube, one day Facebook is big, one day Instagram is big, one day Google changes their algorithm. Businesses changed overnight. Businesses are built overnight and businesses are changed overnight. So I remember it was like back in 2012, 2013 when we were doing like hardcore SEO. We were doing SEO for more than 2.5, 3,000 businesses at one time. Like each month we had like 2 to 3,000 clients that we were doing SEO, backlink building, and we built a team. 30, 40 of us would work pretty hard and get the work done. But then one fine day, Google changed their algorithm, and we had to change our business model literally overnight.
Okay. So any particular memorable moment, whether it can be a good or bad, during your journey?
So again, like there are a lot of moments. There are a lot of things that like I was happy about is when we started out. We didn't have, it was self-funded. It was a self-funded company. Whatever money we would charge from clients, we would use that to buy a laptop, or we use that to pay a salary or whatever cost that we have. But then like once business started to take off, my dad, who had started the business with me, like any good father son, you're going to have complications. And we worked together. He really taught me a lot. He introduced me to his contacts, got the business rolling and stuff like that. But like one proud moment was when I was able to buy his shares out of the company and give him like a good return on investment for his money, for him trusting me, for him helping me take that step. So that was like pretty memorable. And after that, it's been a different type of growth altogether.
Okay. So one question, Gaurav, like as a freelancer expert, like other than digital marketing, what all
Hmm.
freelancing option do you means suggest or you can see?
So I think like freelancing should really boil down to what you are good at. You know, if
Hmm.
you're naturally good at graphic design, then you should naturally be doing graphic design. You know, if you are good and fast on the computer and you can do data entry, do data entry. If you understand SEO, you can do SEO, pay per click, web analytics, website building, just WordPress. You know, if there's one thing that I really want India to become massive on is WordPress, because WordPress is like building highways, what on the information highway, right? You build websites, you build website properties. So you really need to start building this stuff. Learn WordPress for freelancers. That's always going to be in demand.
Okay. 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 So like everything has an some end or after reaching some peak point, there will be some downfall is there. So do you see something like this in upcoming like 5 to 10 years in the field of freelancing?
So I think that answer is self-explanatory, because today, today is what, whenever 19th of March. Today, 19th of March 2020, there are businesses that are begging people to work from home. They're saying, please don't come to the office.
Yeah, yeah,
So
true.
I really think this has changed everything. It's not like a fad that's going to pass by 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. We don't know. We're living in uncertain times. So I think this is like the best time. In 5 years, can it go down? I don't think so. Is Google going to disappear in 5 years? I don't think so. Is Facebook going to disappear in 5 years? I doubt it. I only think they're going to get bigger and bigger. So my strategy is always to find like a company which is, at least in the foreseeable future, not going to go out of business, as opposed to growing in business. Now, Google grows, you do need SEO. If Facebook grows, you do need PPC. If YouTube grows, you do need video. So this is like what we are banking on. And it doesn't take a digital marketer to say that it's a growing trend. You can ask anyone like sitting anywhere in the country post geo, is do you think digital is here to stay or go? They'll be like, dude,
Yeah, true.
no,
Yeah,
there's no
true.
two ways about it. You ask anyone.
Yeah, yeah, true. So, if someone is already in job and he want to quit his job and want to enter in this career, so what do you suggest? Uh, how long he will take time to reach to the means the lifestyle he's living in that?
So it really depends from person to person. Like if you're willing to hustle, like you've taken a step out of your comfort zone, you've gone ahead, you've made an interview request, you've got the video done, you're doing a Zoom, you're going to record it, you're going to put it on YouTube, you're going to share it with the community. How many people will actually do that? Right? Not too many. Very few.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
very few people actually do it. We
yeah,
know we should, but we don't do it. But you are doing it. So I
yeah,
think
yeah,
if you are an action taker, like literally before you quit your job, you can be making more than your salary. Like most people who I talk to, their salaries anywhere between 50 to 80,000 rupees. They're fairly decently settled in their job. They have a couple of years of experience. So once you understand your industry, like say for example in digital marketing, now say you know how to do WordPress, right? If you do WordPress, you can sell a killer website, whether it's a membership website, whether it's an e-commerce website, any website to a business for anywhere between 30 to 40,000 rupees very easily. Then you can sell them things like SEO, another 10,000. You can sell them something like PPC. You can sell them something like video. So really soon you could be earning anywhere between 80 to a lakh, 80,000 to a lakh from one client, like just one client. And the goal is to get more than one client, right? The goal is to get 5 clients or to get 10 clients. So you have to take that leap of faith. You have to take that leap of faith in yourself, like no, in nobody else, just yourself. But then I
yeah,
always recommend that you should have someone who is watching over your ass to make sure that you're not making like really stupid decisions, which is why we think like working with a community is the key. Because a community, there's no bias. You ask a question, you'll get like an honest answer.
yeah. So yeah, one more question. Like we see you always as a cool and confident kind of things. So what motivates you, and who's your influencer? Like to give you energy, kind of things, so that always you will be in confident and.
Like one of my saying is your network is your net worth, which
Okay.
simply means like who your network is, that much your net worth is. Who your friends are is how much money you have in the bank, is kind of the strategy that I've always been following. So I think really close to home, really close to home in India, I'm super happy to be surrounded with the digital masters. And the digital masters community, we're coming out, we're putting like every single thing out together. They're doing something together, we're doing something together. There's so much energy that's happening right here at home in India, which is amazing. Internationally, you know that we are partners with digitalmarketer.com because we think their information is really amazing. So that's kind of like a circle. And finally, I think like the question was like, what keeps me buzzing? I think what keeps me buzzing is like our community. When someone messages on the group and saying like, dude, I actually made a sale. I actually got a 5-star review. I actually copy pasted like what you wrote and I made the sale. And I'm like, dude, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling just absolutely great about myself at that point.
Yeah, and like we know you are already having very busy schedule. So how your like typically week looks like what all schedules you have, like how you manage your day and all, like can you just share something on that?
So, like, I have the very good fortune, like, something that I'm truly, truly, truly grateful for is I work from home. Even like right now, I'm at home, So, I think being able to work from home, which means I've got like my kids around, every family around, dogs around, which is cool, which is like the ideal thing is you want to be spending time with people who you love, and that is what I'm doing. I'm spending time with my family. So my kid is in school. She is going to school now. Of course, school is shut, but otherwise, typically, I start the day by dropping her to school, drop her to school, come back, have some breakfast, get get to work. I don't have like that much work because most of it is streamlined. Most of it, we have teams, we have processes, we have freelancers who are doing like actual work 24/7, pretty much. So I'm focusing on really being able to educate people. I don't think I'm special in any way. I don't think I'm different in any way. I just had some information. I took action and I saw results. So I feel why not everybody else as well? There's a community. It's my mission to help people work from home, to do digital marketing from home. So like all good there.
Okay, one very good question. Like, if you are not a freelancer, then what you would be? Any any alternate career path you would have thought, kind of?
So like where I am moving towards, I think where I am more inclined really is to be doing teaching, is to be teaching people. And my mode, my if I had a choice, like if I had a choice, I would teach on webinars every single day. That is what I enjoy absolutely the most. It's the most fulfilling, it's the most rewarding, and I really think it's a need of the hour.
Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, one last question is like any like final advice to the youth, like on their career aspect, or anything do you want to share with them?
So I would think that I'm like now 35, right? So I'm 35. So I'm guessing youth, you mean like 18 to 22, 23, 24, 25,
Yeah,
18 to
true.
25.
Yeah.
I would say that first of all, I think that millennials are super, super smart. They are they're gifted for some reason. They just know everything in terms of like technology, right? From which mobile apps to use, how to edit, whatever they want, they can figure it out, and they're super fast and they are super, super quick. One thing that they cannot have is experience, is because they're starting out, which means that they are spending a lot of time themselves trying to figure out what will work, which to an extent is good, but you should have a proven path. You should have like a mentor who is definitely not your friend and who's definitely not your family. That is like a recipe for disaster in this day and age because it's biased information. So for the youth, find someone who you can relate to. Uh, Only take advice from people who you want to be like. Right? You only want to take advice from people who you want to be like, and this is the information age. So instead of watching bullshit on Snapchat, instead of watching bullshit on Netflix right now, binge watch educational content that can change your life. Binge watch content that you can consume that can help you in your life. You know, there's going to be plenty of time to have fun. You'll have way more fun if you have way more money. But to have more money, you need to earn that money. For that, you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in learning. Don't go to university. Don't go to college. Don't do these uh, degrees just for the sake of getting a degree and a certificate. I'll send you a certificate if you want, if that makes you happy. So that's like the typical mindset. Don't do engineering. Don't become a doctor.
Sure, sure.
What?
Yeah. Nowadays, those are old-fashioned profession. Yeah, I do agree on that. Yeah, so that's all from my side, Gaurav. And thank you for your valuable time and inputs. This will really help to the not only to the existing professional, but also to the upcoming professional also. This is really great information. Thank you. Thank you for your
Thank you so
time.
much. Thank you for having me. Have a good day.
Yeah. Bye.